Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of HFS Unfiltered. Today, I have Reetika Fleming, my colleague and partner in crime, with one of our latest Horizon reports, where we looked at the source to pay value chain and looked at um, 10 leading service providers and how they're creating value for the CPO and their organizations. Before I ask you some tough questions, Ritika, I wanted to talk about how we see at HFS, the value that procurement organizations can generate. And I think most often than not, procurement has been looked at as an organization that's there for doing spend management, right? Reducing spend, doing cost and compliance. And that's very important, but I think that's almost hygiene now. I think more and more organizations expect CPOs to drive not just spend reduction, but also to drive better experiences, across the procurement buying process, but also, with the vendors, with the suppliers. And I think that experience layer is becoming Horizon 2. But more important than that, procurement needs a seat at the C-level table, because if you look at the organization, which other function has the capabilities to drive an ecosystem, which comes in with an ecosystem mindset. Now the only shift is that when we look at procurement, we are only looking at the supplier ecosystem, but what about the broader ecosystem of the organization? And I feel we at HFS feel that procurement can drive a lot more value than we've traditionally looked at it, and it can unearth a lot of new sources of value, and that we are looking at as the ecosystem builder concept, which is the Horizon 3. So Ritika, you looked at all these 10 fascinating service providers, all leaders in their own rights, in a way. Uh, but who did you align with these three horizons, right? Horizon one being, functional cost spend transformation. Horizon two being, adding that layer of experience, and then Horizon three being able to find completely new sources of value with an ecosystem mindset.
Yeah, absolutely, Saurabh. So this was the first time we've done this sort of horizons analysis for the sourcing and procurement services market. Horizon 1, we see Accelerate, Capgemini, and Wipro coming in to really focus on, as you mentioned, functional procurement transformation, strong focus on driving digitization, automation, operational excellence for CPO clients. Horizon 2, they're really starting to go beyond just those cost savings and efficiency goals, and look at broader stakeholder experiences and alignment. Whether that's guided buying in sourcing, etc. So these providers, we see Genpact, IBM, and TCS really have strong value chain of services across this S2P landscape, investing in innovative IP that's driving new solutions to the market. And finally, Horizon 3, in alphabetical order, that's Accenture, GEP, Infosys, and WNS. These firms are strategic partners to their CPO clients, right? Accenture is driving this integrated view with a one Accenture strategy, and they're talking to their clients about a 360-degree, procurement value to the organization, right? Um, we look at GEP; they've got a strong software as well as services portfolio, and they're really strong looking across supply chain and S2P. Very strong focus on sustainability and how that's really becoming a needed capability across the ecosystem for S2P. Infosys coming in with fantastic innovative IP along the lines of Procure Edge, making investments in blockchain, which is very relevant in the services market. And lastly, WNS, who's razor focused on helping their CPO clients bust their functional silos, drive more integration across functional towers in their client organizations. So, these providers, we think they're in different ways, right? Looking at new sources of value that they can drive in partnership with their clients.
Fantastic. So there you have it, folks. Download your copy of this report, and feel free to reach out to us, either Ritika or me. We've been looking at this market for decades now, and it's a very fascinating space, because it's not just business process outsourcing for cost savings, but it's really about driving new sources of value. So, take a look at the report, reach out to us for any questions or comments, and we look forward to um, an engaging dialogue. So, thank you so much for listening to us.